Hi everyone, it's Debbie here with BookAndBuJo, and it is June 1st. So let's see what I end up getting up to today. I have sprints with the Whimsical Narratives on Kimberly's channel and also on my channel later today. So I should get quite a ways through at least some stuff. And so just reading, and then I also need to get a couple of reviews done for NetGalley. So those are my plans for today, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm currently on sprints with Kimberly's channel, the Whimsical Narratives, this morning, and I will be hosting sprints later on today, June 1st. But on her sprints, I did start The Dragon Bone Chair by Tad Williams, and it's pretty cool. I actually found an audiobook on YouTube on Tad Williams' channel, and he reads this book to us, which is so cool. So I am totally listening to that while I'm reading it physically, because that's awesome. And then while I was eating breakfast, I started Scales and Sensibility by Stephanie Burgess, and I'm just starting chapter 2. So not too far into either of them. I'm on chapter 5 on this one and chapter 2 on this one. And we'll see how much further I can get later today. But I did start Scales and Sensibility by Stephanie Burgess, and I got the first chapter finished so far, and it's cute. We got kind of a spoiled brat and the kind of the orphan cousin that gets taken in by this family, and yeah, some hijinks ensues just in the first chapter. It's kind of cool. And then I'm about five chapters into The Dragon Bone Chair by Tad Williams, and I'm enjoying it so far. I hear that there's a lot of traveling involved, and I do like traveling in my books. I don't mind that at all. So I'm Lord of the Rings trilogy, as well as Wheel of Time, a lot of traveling in those, Realm of the Elderlings. I love a slow character building. If this has that, then I will probably love it. But I will check in with you again a little later. Hey, it's June 2nd, so Monday, and yesterday we had sprints on the Whimsical Narrative, Kimberly's channel, and on my channel, and they were very productive. I'm reading Scales and Sensibility on my Kindle, and I am 25% of the way through that one, so yesterday helped so much for that. And then I'm also reading The Dragon Bone Chair. I do have the jacket here, but I don't want it to get dirty, so there. There you go. So The Dragon Bone Chair. And I am also 25% of the way through this one. I actually read a little bit more this morning, but I am 25% of the way through. So I'm doing good. I'm on page 312 out of like 963, something like that. Yeah, loving it. And again, I cannot just gush enough about Tad Williams narrating this book. It is so much fun. It's amazing. And I will try and link the playlist in the description box below if you want to check it out. It's so much fun. He talks a little bit about some of the different characters, like how he came up with stuff, and he does the voices, he does like the singing in there for a couple of the songs. They're intermittent here and there, just like one chapter here, another chapter there. They're not throughout the whole thing, but for those of you who don't like the songs. But yeah, it is just so much fun, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. I think I said last time, I thought this was, or I said on my sprints, I thought this was going to be a lot darker than it is. I was thinking it was more grimdark, but it's definitely more just high epic fantasy with some stuff that happens, but not quite as many morally great. It's not like First Law World or Malazan. It's not like that. It's more Lord of the Rings, Wheel of Time kind of darkness, I guess you could say. But yeah, I am loving it so far. And day 2, I'm still on the same 2 books, but that's because they're bigger. I am heading to the library today, and so I will have a little library haul for you as well. I already have The Cabin at the End of the Woods, which I really should start next. And then I think I'm picking up like 7 books at the library, so I'll have Saga Volume 10 in there. So I will probably do a quick read of that one just to like get that boost of, yay, I finished something. So yeah, I will see you again in a little bit. Back from the library and picked up my books. I'm very excited to get into these this month for the Well-Read Book Club with Carolyn Marie Reads. For June, we are reading a middle grade, and Tom's Midnight Garden was chosen, and this is by Philippa Pierce. Don't know much about it, but looks like it might be a kind of cute one. Let's see. Sent to stay with his aunt and uncle in a dull old house without even a garden, Tom is not looking forward to a summer holiday. However, when the clock strikes 13 at midnight, Tom opens a door to find an adventure more wonderful than he could ever have imagined. Sounds kind of fun, a little Chronicle of Narnia-esque. We'll see. Then I have this as an ebook, but I thought it would be kind of fun to pick up the physical book too, just because, and that's Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. So this one is a very pretty one. Oh, this one has mushrooms on it too, down here. I think this is the cover I have, but I thought it would be kind of fun to have it physically too. And then I also got Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and this is for the Hardcore Literature Book Club with Benjamin McAvoy. So we'll see. I think this one is 1939, I believe is the published date. Let's see if it says in here. Oh, published in 1932 originally. This one is a fantasy of the future that sheds a blazing critical light on the present, considered to be Aldous Huxley's most enduring masterpiece. Yeah, it sounds interesting. We'll see. And then we have The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. I also have the audiobook for this one, and this one's by Axie O, so I'm excited to try this one. I've heard some good things about it. I have heard good things about this. It's been a while since I've really heard anyone talk about it, but I thought it'd be kind of fun, and this is for my C prompt for Camp SeasonAthon. And then we have a Legendary, and this is by Stephanie Garber, the second book in the Caraval series. And I'm hoping I remember stuff from the first book because it's been a couple years since I read it. So hopefully it kind of sinks back in. And now I have read Once Upon a Broken Heart. Is that the first book in the series? That's a spinoff of this one with the character from the first book in it. So hopefully that will help me to remember and refresh. Yeah, I won't have to read the whole thing. Maybe I'll find a synopsis online of somebody talking about it and giving me a summary. We'll see. And then, yay, Saga Volume 10, Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I'm very excited to get into this one. And yeah, that one will be quick and easy. Should be able to get that one done in one day. And then the other chunker, or another chunker on my list, and that's A Court of Mist and Fury, the second book in the ACOTAR series by Sarah J. Maas, so A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I liked the first book, but it wasn't amazing. It was kind of a 3.5 to 4 star for me, and I don't see what the hype is yet. So I'll get through the second book and see what I think. I actually, so far, I like the Throne of Glass series better, but I've only read the first book of this, and I've read the entire series of the other, so I can't really compare the two very much. But so far, it's good enough to keep going, but nothing amazing. So we'll see what I think when I finish this one. And now I need to go edit a couple videos, so I will see you again later. Okay, what is today? Today's Wednesday. It's been raining on and off all day. I'll put a little clip in here for you. We got a little bit of hail, got a lot of water running down the street, but it's nice because we haven't had that in a while, and it is cold compared to what it has been. We got up into the 80s, I think we hit 90, and now it's like in the 60s, so it's kind of nice. But I think we've gotten, yeah, just over, I think we're at 0.67 now. We have a rain gauge thing, so over half an inch, so that's nice. We need it. Anyway, today's Wednesday, so I just finished The Dragonbone Chair by Tad Williams, the first book in the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series, and I love it. I think I'm going to give it 4.5 stars, and it gives me very much Realm of the Elderling kind of vibes, because we're following a young boy who is starting to grow up, and we kind of follow along in his life and the things that are happening. There's some action scenes, there's a whole bunch of different species. You have trolls, and there's dwarves and humans, and it's just super fun. There's a dragon. And of course, this edition is beautiful. But yeah, I loved this series. There's magic in there. We've got a court jester here. And yeah, it was great. I would definitely recommend it. And it reads pretty quickly, even though it's super big, but it does read fairly quickly. I am 59% of the way through, or on page 220 of Scales and Sensibility by Stephanie Burgess, and I'm loving it. It is so cute. This is like one of those, like, it's kind of one of those popcorn reads that's just somewhat lighthearted and just fun, and yeah, will put a smile on your face and bring you out of a slump or a bad mood, I would say. And since I finished The Dragonbone Chair, I did start a Vampire Academy, and this is by Rochelle Mead. I'm on page 63, about 19% of the way through, and I got this from my library. And this is for Sandra's new read-along. We're doing all of Vampire Academy and Bloodlines, and it started in June. And her channel is Got a Thing for Things, and I'll leave that link down below. And this one was actually for the Three Swords Along, which is with Erin from Booked and Busy, and I will leave that link down below as well. And yeah, as well as Camp SeasonAthon for both. 1 book down, 2 on the way, but I did get Saga as well, so I will probably make some more progress on Vampire Academy and try and finish Scales and Sensibility, and then once I finish that one, I will pick up Saga, and that will give me another quick win for the readathon. I thought it would be a good idea to get my biggest book out of the way. I still have Wrath, which is also, it's over 700 pages, and I have A Court of Mist and Fury, which is pretty long too, but at least the biggest ones are the biggest one, which was over 900 pages, is out of the way. I'm also working still on my diamond painting, and I was doing that while I was listening to The Dragonbone Chair. And again, I will leave the playlist link down below, but it was amazing listening to Tad Williams read his own book, and it was just super fun. Each of the videos in the playlist are about an hour long, and the first 10-20 minutes of it is kind of him talking, and because they were all done live, and so it was him welcoming all the people that are on the live stream listening, and then the playlist was saved for whoever wants to listen to it. So it was very fun. I am so glad I found that, and just listening to some of the tidbits and stuff that he gave along the way about how he came up with some of the things in the book was just super cool. So I hope you are having a good time reading for Camp SeasonAthon as well. This one was for the Outhouse and Intimidating read, and so I'm glad I got that out of the way. Scales and Sensibility is for the garden, for flowers on the cover, and unfortunately Vampire Academy is not in here at all because I found that out way after I did my TBR for this. But Saga will be for the canteen, for reading a graphic novel or a comic. Hopefully before the week is up, I will have gotten through at least 3 books. Let's hope. That's it for now. See you later. So today is June 5th, so the 5th day of Camp SeasonAthon. So yesterday I did finish The Dragonbone Chair, and I got for Climbing Wall, Intimidating book, and I got that one submitted. And then today I finished Vampire Academy, which I could use for mood read for the dance studio freestyle mood read. So I may submit that one for that prompt. And then I am still working on Scales and Sensibility. I'm about 70% of the way through, so I should finish that today or tomorrow. I read with my eyeballs slower than I do with my ears, so that one takes a little longer. But I did start The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio, and I am on chapter 4 right now, so I still have, I just started it, but it's very cute so far. I did enjoy Vampire Academy. It was fun. Like, it's a popcorn read. It's nothing amazing, but it's fun. And I think when I as I get further through the series, I may start watching the TV series as well, just for fun. For the readathon for June, we're reading Vampire Academy and Frostbite, so I do have that one coming up as well. But I'm gonna push that one a little bit later, just so I can get some of my actual readathon books done and TBRopoly books done. So I will update you again later. It's still Thursday, and so this morning I finished Vampire Academy. I am still on Scales and Sensibility, but I'm over 70% of the way through, so I should finish that tonight, if not tomorrow morning. But I did finish The Girl Beneath the Sea by Axio, and this was just so sweet, such a fun story. It gave me some just kind of cozy, comfy vibes, you know, just curl up with a blanket and some hot chocolate and read this book, and yeah, it was really good. I really liked it. And then I also thought this would be a good time to open my latest book from the Broken Binding from the Fantasy subscription box. And the newest series that we're getting is the Rift War Saga. And actually, I don't think I showed you this one either. So this one's the third book in the Mask of Mirrors series by M.A. Carrick. And this one is Labyrinth's Heart, and it is quite stunning. I love the coloring, and the edges match with all of the other books. And of course we've got the bookmark. Hardened by the world, but a short drop away from cracking. Too willing to use people like tools, too wary of being used by others. Let's do a quick little show of this one. So the hardcover, naked hardcover. So pretty. I love that they always have something really cool in the back too. And then we have the end papers. Oh, I love that one. I'm gonna have to do another Harlequin mask kind of theme for my bullet journals. I was going through, for my Magical Readathon journal that I'm setting up, I was going through my 2021 journal, and I totally forgot how much I loved some of the spreads or the covers in that particular year in 2021 and a little bit 2022. Yeah, so I may have to go back and revisit some of those and redo them. And let's go ahead and just show the whole series here. So quite pretty. And then on this side, so I do have all of these ones. And this next one is just the first book in the series so far. We'll see what the next two look like. And I was thinking of skipping, but this is one that I actually do want to read. So I will save my skip for another time during the year. Personally, there is one series I wish I would have skipped. And after reading the first book, I do wish I would have skipped it. I enjoyed it, but just like the whole Godfather Mafia type of thing just isn't really for me. So, I mean, the Greenbone Saga, I have them, so I will read them, and I will be glad that I have them, but I kind of wish I would have skipped it. Not sure what I did with the bookmark. It's somewhere. Let's go ahead and start with just the cover. So we have Raymond E. Feist's The Magician, the first book in the Rift World saga. And this is so stunning. I love this cover. Like, seeing this, like, I'm like, yes, this is definitely a book I will love. If it's anything like the cover, I will love it. Okay, and even more so now. Oh my gosh, this is just stunning. I love that. I don't want to break the spine, but like just how it all comes together like that. Oh, so pretty, and that is stunning. Oh, here too. Oh Yes. So doesn't quite, it sort of has, it has that same coloring, but it doesn't quite have that same exact design, which is cool. Oh man, I love that. And all the buildings on there too. I cannot wait to read this book. Okay, and papers. Love that. Cover art is great. So stunning. Okay, let's see. The cover art is by Jeff Brown, as well as the typography. The board art is by Martin Motet. So what is the board art? Is that that? Look that up. I'm assuming it's the cover of the book. And then the end papers are by Christopher Cant and Mansik Yang. And then the interior art is by Alan Morris. And of course, that's why I like it, the art direction is by Patrick Leo. So let's see if I can find some of the interior art. And again, I feel like some of these books would be a lot smaller if the font was a little bit smaller. Now I do like a bigger font. It's nice, it's easier to read, but I know like with the Dragon Bone chair, like the font is huge. It could have been like at least half, if not 1 point smaller than it is, because that's just huge. And then flipping by, I saw something about a pug, and that just is intriguing as well, but that is stunning. Interior art, scary monsters. And there should be one more in here. There's usually 2, sometimes 3 in the interior artworks. Creepy spider person thingy there. We got a dwarf. Is that like a paladin-ish character? Yeah, kind of fun. And then of course it does have ribbon bookmark, which is good because I have no idea what I did with the bookmark that came with this. Let's see if that was it for the artwork inside. Yeah, looks like it, just those 2. Yeah, there's usually just 2. Oh my gosh, this is got to be one of my favorite editions so far. I mean, I've got some stunning ones. I mean, Dragon Mage is still one of my all-time favorites, but yeah. And of course, the Dragon Bone chair with the sword, but I am loving this edition. I cannot wait to get into this series. But of course, I got to finish Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn first. And of course, I've got the Dandelion Dynasty here. I need to read the Mask of Mirrors. Yeah, I'm going to have to, there's so many series, way too many series. But I do want to keep reading all of my special editions because that's why I have them. I want to read them. Also somewhat as a collector pieces, but yeah, I do want to read them. All right, so, oh, I did forget to say, this was for the lake prompt for Camp SeasonAthon. And I also just joined TBR Trails. I was going to join earlier, and then I just got overwhelmed with too much stuff, and I decided to go ahead and jump on board. So I'm on Team Azrae, and we are fairies, I believe. And the other team is the Centaurs. And I will leave their latest link down below to the live show where they did all of the roles and they found out who won for the month before. And it's kind of it's a year-long readathon that goes monthly. So it's like a little monthly game that you play that round and see who won, and then that team gets a bonus, and then the next round somebody else can win. So I'm on that team. We got 2 hard rolls. One of them was a book over 700 pages. Another one was a book between like 500 and 599 pages. And then we did a random shelf kind of a thing. And I ended up getting the Dragon Bone the Dragon Bone chair, which is over 900 pages. So just for that challenge, I have a book over 500, a book over 700, and a book over 900 pages. And that's not even all prompts. So yeah, this has been fun so far. And I am starting the book over 700 pages. That's Wrath. So I did finish Dragon Bone chair. I just started Wrath. I'm actually still have my headphones in because I just paused it so I could do this real quick. But yeah. And the Savior's Champion, I don't think I have that one from the library yet. I'm still waiting for that one from my library. That one's in there for the 500 to 599 page book. because everything else I have is either over 600 or under 500. So that was kind of fun. Yeah. So I think as soon as I finish Scales and Sensibility, I'm going to pick up Saga, because that's going to be another quick win. The Girl Beneath the Sea was nice because that was, it was an 8-hour audiobook, so I was able to read that in one day at 1.5 to 2 times speed. I start out at 1.5, and then as the book goes on, I get used to the reading style, and I bump it up to 1.75, and then as I get used to that, I bump it up again to 2. So yeah, that's how that goes. So it was probably 5-6 hour audiobook, so not too bad while I was doing chores and things like that today. But I do want to get to this one. I will probably finish the other one tonight, and then pick this one up tomorrow for another quick win. And then I do have a couple more books ready for me at the library, so that's good too. Slow but steady progress. And on June 7th, I will be, which is Saturday, I will be jumping into Melanie's sprints. So hopefully I will be able to make some good progress on a few more books then. Probably update again tomorrow, and possibly a quick update on Saturday afternoon maybe. And then hopefully I'll have time to edit everything and then get this vlog up for Monday and let you know how things go. And I'm excited for a couple of video projects coming up in the future that, yeah, I'm very excited about them. So hopefully one by the end of the month, and maybe one in July that I will be able to share with you. So excited. All right, that's it. See you guys tomorrow. So I started The Burning Witch today, and I got a couple pages in and realized I cannot read this yet. I've only read the first book in The House Witch, and this one comes after that series, including some of the same characters. So I got a little spoiled for the series, but that's all right. So I need to roll again for my Amazon borrows because I can't read this one yet. Let's go ahead and roll my 10-sided die again. And this time I got 4. So let's see what that's going to be. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. So I'm going to switch The Burning Witch with Binding 13 because I don't want to spoil myself for the rest of the House Witch series. Okay, so as you see, I just added Binding 13, or swapped The Burning Witch for Binding 13, and that added another 200 pages to my TBR for June. Yeah, but that's it. I'll figure it out. Figure it out. And I did finish, see if you can see here, I did finish Scales and Sensibility, and yes, it was so cute. I loved it. I loved it. I just thought it was so much fun. Yeah. Nothing, no great literary masterpiece or anything, but oh, I would totally read that again. It was so much fun. And of course, it's kind of a Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen retelling. And since I love that, it would stand a chance that I would love that one, this one as well. Okay, and then I also did start Saga. I'm still in the first chapter in this one. This is Saga Volume 10. So I'm still in the first chapter, but I will make more progress as I eat lunch today, and then again this evening before I go to bed I'll read a little bit more, so I'll probably get that one finished tomorrow. And that's it for now. Today's Saturday, June 6th, and I want to give you a quick little update. So I just finished sprints on Melanie's channel, and that was a lot of fun. So I did finish Saga Volume 10 last night, and then today I started, or last night I started Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. And today I was reading some of it on sprints, and in 25 pages, twice they said he let out a breath he didn't know he was holding. So that cracked me up, made me laugh. And I'm pretty sure there's, I think on the 52 Book Club, I think that's a prompt to read a book that has that in it. So if you need that, Binding 13, it's also in Scales and Sensibility by Stephanie Burgess. And then today I needed something that I could listen to in the car as I did a couple errands, and so I started Tom's Midnight Garden, and this is by Philippa Pierce, and it's a middle grade, and so far it's super cute. It's kind of a Chronicles of Narnia-esque story or storyline. I have 3.5 hours left of Wrath, so I should finish that tonight. I have some chores and stuff I need to do, so hopefully I can finish that before I go to bed tonight. If not, I will finish it tomorrow afternoon. And then Binding 13, I mean, that added an extra 200 pages to my TBR, so that's going to take me a little while to get through. But yeah, once I finish Once I finish Wrath, I will keep going with Tom's Midnight Garden, and once I finish that, we'll see what I start again. So yeah, that's it for the first week of Camp SeasonAthon. Right now, as of the end of Melanie's sprints, the Turquoise cabin is actually in last place, but only by a couple of books. So as we finish reading our books, make sure to log those in the form, and I will have that link down below, as well as if you attended the sprints, then you can log that for a point also. And the group book is worth 3 points, so make sure you read The Savior's Champion by Jenna Marisi before the end of the month to get a few extra points. And I will see you again next week. So keep reading. Bye.